Root Healthy Plants.
Terrence here with Root Healthy Plants. In today's video, we are doing the second installment of soil blocks for our fall crop. If you haven't already watched, let me give you an update look at our first batch of our fall crops. Looking over here in my front yard food forest, right past all the beans, these are white top turnips, purple top turnips right here. Radishes right here are beets, which are right down there. Over 200 onions that we grew from seed. Overall, we are doing amazing. We're gonna have a bunch of turnips, a bunch of radishes, beets, onions, you name it. Let's get to it. That first batch of fall crops, I started soil blocks, and it has been approximately 1 month since I started those from soil block to where they are now in the ground. All right, so let's get started with our next batch. We have a lot more seeds that just came in. We're gonna make some cilantro soil blocks, little finger carrots, bunching onion, romaine lettuce, some cabbage, tete noir, calibos, cabbage, Georgia southern collards. I'm debating whether we're gonna do this walking stick kale now or do that in the spring. A horse hound that we got for free for ordering the amount of seeds that we ordered. That should be plenty for today. I'm fighting sunlight, so we definitely have to get busy. What ingredients are we using here at Root Healthy Plants for our soil blocks to get the success that we're getting time after time after time? So we start with a tub. I'm using a cement mixing tub right here. The next thing I'm going to need is garden soil. I have right here garden soil. The next thing is a soil blocker. So you find a soil blocker of your choosing, one that you like, one that makes sense for you. This one right here is my tried and true 2-inch soil blocker. This one is my favorite one thus far. The 2-inch soil blocks allow for the plant to have more root space to grow before I plant them out. So I can have a few more weeks to plant them out and prep beds. What else are we gonna need for today? My preference, I'm using perlite. What else am I gonna use today? We're using coconut coir. So this is finely ground coconut coir. I like to take it and just spread it out, a seed starting mix. The next thing we definitely need, we need seeds. We need somewhere to put our soil blocks, so I have a bunch of trays. And then after that, we're gonna pretty much need water and some elbow grease. We gotta put in the work, right? So with this vantage point, I'm gonna give you a better view of what we're actually doing. What is my process? What we have right here is a start to the garden soil that we need. I'm gonna add some more of past garden soil that we use, and we're going to reuse it again. This was a batch that I was using before. Just to be clear, these perlite balls right here, it's like I crush it in my fingers, it breaks down. This growing medium, I think I had it in my shed for a few years. The perlite not being broken down and being chunky the way that it is, I can tell that I was a little bit less experienced in my journey in making soil blocks. That's why I allowed them to be so big and chunky in here. I'm gonna try to break it down more when I water it in. Let's talk about it. I really want to go on live, start doing a live maybe every Sunday and doing this together. Now I'm going to continue to mix and hydrate, because there's a certain mixture, a certain texture that I know that I need. And when you squeeze it, it releases that water just like that. So that's, for the most part, that's what I'm looking for. But I'm gonna make sure everything is hydrated. But if I was satisfied with the amount of perlite that I have in here, then it's time to move on to my coconut coir. The coconut coir is my preference. It's part of my success. Now, the amount of coconut coir that I use, I eyeball that. It's not really on a scale or weighing it. I'm not getting super scientific with this. I'm not a scientist. I'm a gardener. I want to call myself a farmer. We're putting this into a food forest. I don't know. We might have to break that down. Am I a farmer yet? I think farmers sell food for profit, if I'm not mistaken. We're homesteading right now. So can I be considered a farmer if I'm homesteading? I don't know. This is pretty much all we need for the coconut coir. I don't need any more. I'm put this to the side. That's plenty. And let's mix that up in there. We're gonna mix that up in there. It's still hydrated enough that this is good right here. But I just wanna get a nice mix. Spinning, twisting, squeezing, dissolving some of that perlite. It's time for the next step. We are making soil blocks. So we're gonna flip open the tray, Boom. Now we're gonna use our 2-inch soil blocker right here. We're going in and smashing that down. And make sure we have our soil blocks packed in there. I like to pat it down at the end, make sure all the gaps in there are nice and filled. I like to slide off anything that's on the sides and then lay it down. I do a double tap, so I don't just squeeze it once, I squeeze it twice. Once, twice, drop down. We got a little piece right there that was not placed correctly, and that's because we got some wood chips in there. We don't need perfection. We just need to be able to plant our soil blocks. So this is a nice set of soil blocks. We have our gaps. You can see that they're clearly divided, and we have our divots for our seeds, and we're going to cover those seeds with seed starting mix. So we have a great start. We are getting ready to move a little quicker in the process. Now that I explained it to you, it's about trying to get as much done as possible. 24 successful soil blocks right there. Next tray, ready. And as you start to make more soil blocks, because you're squeezing out moisture, this growing medium is going to start to get way more hydrated. You might be able to see some of the moisture falling from there, and that's going to hydrate this even more. And that's going to make it really soupy. And that's not, we don't want soupy soil blocks, because it's going to take a lot more time to dry. So with that being said, I'm going to readjust maybe a little bit more coconut coir, and we're just adjusting as the mixture needs to be adjusted. We're just eyeballing it, eyeballing the adjustment, eyeballing the additions to your mixture. And once you know, it becomes instinctive. All right, so we're gonna mix that in, and that should, for the most part, bring it back to what we initially had. So it won't drip right here, but if I squeeze it, we should get some liquid, just like that. We're getting liquid drops from there. So that's what we want. After doing this for a few times and doing this for a few years, I know how I like my soil blocks. Double tap, one. So it might take more than one tap sometimes. This is not like 100% foolproof. You gotta kind of eyeball it, feel it out, and it has to be instinctive. And we got another perfect tray of soil blocks. Next tray. Drop it. Now, I already know it's starting to get a little bit soupy. So for me, I want to adjust. Again, I have to adjust. It's getting too wet. So we're going to come in with a little bit more of this growing medium right here. It's already got the perlite, so I don't have to add perlite. Usually I will be adding perlite, but we're not adding perlite because this is already used growing medium, but I'm definitely adding in my coconut coir. So let's adjust this right here. Add that to that soupy mix. We're gonna make super good soil blocks with what is right here. So when you got that really good, perfect ratio, that double tap with the soil blocker is pretty much tried and true. So we're gonna do that again. Let's get another tray here. 1, 2. Perfect, double tap. You saw that on camera. And we're gonna do it again. That's a really good mixture. Let's drop this down. Double tap. 1, 2. Let's see. And we got a beautiful set of soil blocks off the double tap. And we got another batch of 24 right there. So I'm just working my hand down and then just cleaning off the sides. The bottom is not so much important as the top of the soil block. So this right here, it's cool if you can get it super flat, but if it's not perfect, it's not the end of the world. Release it, and it still looks like perfection almost on top. You just need viable soil blocks that you can grow food from. Release it, I'll drop that down, and it looks good. We have what? So far we have 5 trays, and we got a lot more to go. Let's keep it moving. We're not making excuses. No excuses at all. We're not making excuses, not I. Not here at Root Healthy Plants. We don't do that. We learn, we adjust, we pivot, and move accordingly. We don't make excuses. Excuses are tools of the incompetent, which build monuments of nothingness, and those that specialize in their uses are seldom capable of anything else. That's a mantra that I learned in a prior life. I don't know why I still remember it. It's ingrained in my brain. I've been programmed, call it what you want to call it, but I still remember it. But it's still not a bad concept to go by and to live by. Again, excuses are tools of the incompetent, which build monuments of nothingness, and those that specialize in their uses are seldom capable of anything else. We don't make excuses. I don't make excuses. We get busy, put our head down, get to work, learn, pay attention, observe, and pivot. We get to work, we make action. The world was made by doers. The world is run by people that do and make stuff happen. The innovators of life were people that had a vision and put it into action. Doers, doers, doers. Get active, get out there, get in your garden, start a food forest, stop talking about it, put your fingers in the ground, put your hands in the ground, break surface, get involved. Let's have the conversation. I've been watching videos and man, it's getting spooky out there. The future of tariffs and inflation and it not looking like it's going to go down anytime soon. The future of the big box retailers like Walmart and Target with tariffs going on and a lot of like Walmart moving a lot of its stores out of the US. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. If you're somebody that relies on big box retailers like Walmart for your food, for your produce, for a lot of essentials, we need to adjust. This is now going to become essential. If you are not already set for life, you need to tap in. We got 9 trays of soil blocks that we need to get seeded. So we have 2 trays of soil blocks of romaine lettuce. We're gonna do 2 trays of this Tete Noir cabbage, 2 trays of the Georgia Southern collards. We're gonna do 2 trays of the Calibos cabbage, 1 tray of bunching onion, 1 tray of cilantro, 1 tray of little finger carrot. That's how we're gonna finish off the rest of what's right here. That's what we're gonna do. All right, we're gonna start with the collards here. I'm gonna put some of these in my hand here, and we're gonna drop 2 in each one. Why do we drop 2 in each one? 2 have a better chance of germination, and you ensure yourself a higher chance of success by putting more than 1 seed. But you also have to be cool with, if both of them germinate, killing off one of them. So that's your trade-off, your compromise. If one doesn't germinate, the other has a better chance of germinating. You're going to have to kill off one to allow the stronger one to thrive and succeed. So that's the thinking. You grow 2, whichever is the stronger one, you kill the other one. And it's a mindset of survival of the fittest. Only the strong survive type of mindset. Like, you hear these phrases, you hear these things, but when you see them in real life and you bring them into fruition yourself, you realize that it's more of a barbaric process. And for me, I have a hard time killing off my plants. If I have the soil, I will absolutely put 1 seed in each soil block. And if it grows, it grows. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'll just reuse the soil block and I'll just reuse the mixture. In this video right here, I'm growing a lot of seeds that I just don't have plants. I buy it initially and then I grow and harvest my own seeds. And that's just how I do it. I like to go through my seed starting mix, make sure we don't have any big chunks, and just cover up each seed right here. Now, if you put garden soil, that garden soil can have big chunks of wood chips. So it's better to top off your new seedlings with a seed starting mix that's light and airy. We just did 2 trays of Georgia Southern collards. That's what that is. Let's mark these 2 trays. I got so much growing on that I forget what I have in each tray because there's so many trays, so much going on, so much food, so much everything. I forget. Oh, almost forgot the date. I like to put the date on there. Georgia Southern cabbage, 9/20. And that's how we do it, just so that you know when it started, when it germinated, and just get a better understanding of how your plants operate. If you don't catalog what you have where, you'll never be able to understand and try to gain knowledge and information moving forward on how to best grow your food. So as human beings, We need to find a way to optimize our time because it's important. And we don't want to waste our most valuable asset in life that you cannot get back. Work smarter, not harder. You make the initial investment, get you a soil blocker, buy you some soil. We have 2 soil block trays that are made, constructed, seeded, and covered up with seed starting mix, and they just have to be watered in and letting nature do its thing. Water them daily on the top so that the seed starting mix stays moist so that it can germinate the seeds, and then after that, for the most part, water them daily just so that the soil block stays hydrated so that this seedling has the best possible chance of success to continue to thrive. And we are finished with this batch. Now let's finish watering this in. It's now time for you to go out and start your own food forest, make your own soil blocks, start your own survival garden, or whatever it is you want to start and how you want to start it. I'm giving you the encouragement. I'm giving you the step-by-step how-to get it done. It's up to you to get it started. I'm out. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe. If you haven't smashed that like button, you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching this video. I'll see you on the next one.